Hello all, we are very few of us. Let's speak a little bit. My name is Christos, but I will talk a little bit about AI today. So good evening everyone. It's wonderful to see so many curious minds over here. I'm Christos Kyliakoudis. You may engage with my work when you wanted to find a real estate or to find a property or to find a laptop. I was the managing director of dialect.com for the last 8 years. Before that, I was the managing director of localized.com, and before that, I was the co-founder of Cypriot. Cypriot Analytics at the moment is the biggest AI and analytics agency in Greece. So I dedicated my whole professional life for building and expanding this digital ecosystem. For example, when we started at dialect.com, we were less than 5,000–6,000 revenues, euros every month, every month. So very low revenues, and after 8 years, right now it's a digital ecosystem that actually everybody knows and is doing around more than 7 million every year, and it has a tremendous year-on-year growth, tremendous year-on-year profit. For example, more than 60% year-on-year or more than 90% year-on-year profit. So great numbers, great profitability. Before that, I was in Odyssey and trying to cement Odyssey as the dominant marketplace out of 3 or 4, 5 that it existing at that time. And before that, I was in Cypriot Analytics. So why do I mention all of this? It's not to bore you, but I promise is that in all these platforms, code and servers and technical wasn't the main thing. Understanding the human connection in the digital age, it was the one thing that was important. So it was about creating the infrastructure, the digital bridges, where thousands or even millions of transactions are happening and life changes every single day. So if I rent this house, or if I buy a bike, or if I buy a car, it's actually changed the way that I am living. So it taught me how to scale, about user behavior, about technology, and how it reshapes our life. So for years, artificial intelligence was about a very nice tool. Was the ultimate toolkit. So someone needs a smarter recommendation, yes, AI. Does someone need to automate customer support queries, for example? Yes, AI. Does someone need to optimize ad spending? Yes, AI. So please, yes, AI as a tool. So it was about efficiency, optimization, making things smoother, faster, better. It was actually a powerful servant, nothing more. But there's a thing about powerful tools. Yes. Doesn't have anything. But there's a thing about powerful tools that, that especially tools that learn. They don't stay in these little boxes that we want them to stay in it, that we build for them. So the AI landscape isn't shifting anymore. I mean, we know, you know, that it's a tectonic plate movement. So AI is not just a sophisticated tool anymore. And if we are honest, we're building mind and consciousness actually out of this tool. So it's not about abstract processing tools, software and others. Think about, we can have digital companions, digital psychologists, AI doctors, AI administrators. I mean, you know all these things. For example, digital companions, not about only chatbots. It's that AI can remember your preferences, anticipate your needs, offer genuine empathy when you have a rough day, and maybe develops his own unique personality, shaped by the interaction that it has with you. So it could be a friend if you are lonely, or an assistant if you are devastated, or anything else. So we know all these things, that it will happen actually very soon. So when we start discussing AI in these terms, the conversation fundamentally changes. It propels us out of the server room and the code, and we go straight into the middle-old dilemma in millennial philosophy debate: what is consciousness actually? Suddenly, the question is less about processing power and code and more about potentiality of a real digital person. So, can we create a machine from silicon and code that experiences the sorrows of human life, or the joy of solving a complex problem? Or can consciousness emerge from the complex, algorithm, much like life emerged from the primordial soup? If AI were to achieve consciousness, do they deserve some rights or some responsibilities? And what are these responsibilities? So for all of us in this room, developers, innovators, academics, is how this responsibility and possibility reshape the landscape of our careers. So before we start this, I want to make clear some hello to everyone. I want to say the foundations of our exploration. First of all, what I'm going to say is my ideas developed from experience, building things, observed rapid acceleration of technology, and a deep love for philosophy, business, and technology. So I'm not standing here as someone guru or expert with a crystal ball, representing any official dogma or university or government. These are only my navigation points. And most importantly, I'm not dogmatic. I mean, like any good ideas, like any good code, ideas need refactoring. So I believe that today, what I believe today may be able tomorrow, and it will change. So please, again, ask questions, whatever, and think about this as less of a lecture and more as a dialogue, like a Socratic dialogue, that we both try to find the truth. So we have a thesis, you can have an antithesis, and then we can have a synthesis at some point. So before I start, let's play a game a little bit. This is my QR code. Take out your mobiles and scan the QR code, and we're going to have you some questions. Everyone okay? No. Yeah. This one it will go to the next one. Is everyone okay? Yeah. Okay. So do you believe that AI can achieve consciousness?
Wait, can I ask something? The question is a little now or in general?
No, in general.
Okay.
In general, yeah. Okay. We don't know. We don't have a winner. Why the draw? Good. I think this is a polarity that we have. Oh, maybe it's more. Yeah. You can say maybe a yes is more than the no at this moment. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Can we imagine forming a friendship with an AI?
There are people taking AI.
Yeah, we don't go there. Imagine the question before 5 years, really. I mean, look how it is changing so fast.
Maybe we need to define what is friendship mean.
Yeah.
Something like this.
Exactly. So imagine you have a trained language model after colleagues, it starts saying, please don't delete me. Will you proceed to its deletion? So imagine you have a subscription and said you have to pay or delete. It says, please don't delete me.
If it gets to this question, I think the question then would be if it's deleting me. So I think that's
yes, okay. Interesting. I don't know whether it's probably yes also. That's okay. But it's an interesting question.
What can you have?
So, today I have write similar manuals.
Today I have similar animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, not exactly the same rights, but similar.
No,
similar.
I put moments. Looting? No.
Oh, the noise is the majority. Yeah. Yes. So, no, and maybe the yes is only 40%. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. All these questions are open-ended. I mean, there is no perfect or right. I mean, I just want to understand how. What do you feel? I would feel also no at this point, but personally the same. So, do you believe AI can develop genuine emotions? No.
Yes.
And you can take your phone. You can take your phone and scan and go to mandis.com and use this code if you want.
You want to go?
Yeah. So here we have no and maybe. Yeah. Yeah, again, here we have to define this what is emotion. Actually, it's the Socratic idea. Before we say anything, we have to define what exactly is emotion. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So, have you ever stopped and think what is going inside your own head? I mean, the feeling of being you. So actually, right now we are trying to explore what is AI consciousness. And actually, the feeling of you, I mean, when you're feeling warm in the sunshine, or you're feeling frustration because you lost the key, or you are feeling a joy when you're watching a sunset. That's consciousness, the private inner world of experience. So philosophers have debated many millennia what is actually consciousness, and for ages they try to specify what really is. But now, right now, let's think that what might be AI consciousness. These incredible programs can paint pictures, write poems, have surprisingly and honest conversations, but are they just incredibly clever parrots, mimicking what they learn from us and nothing else? Are they just code? And they dance brilliantly what they learn from us and nothing else. So there's a big question that many people ask, that it looks smart, okay, but is it really anyone's home over there? Does someone feel something over there? Yes, no, maybe, but let's think about the consciousness, that we are thinking consciousness as yes or no, and this is the human style. I mean, the human style, it says that it's, the human consciousness is what it counts. But consider a sunflower, for example, in the field. It doesn't worry about the lines or trees, but actually knows where is the sun. And it faces toward the sun, it drinks water, it reaches to the sky, and it has its own way of being to the world, a simple awareness that guides its existence, and the same for a tree. It doesn't write a Java code, of a JavaScript, and it doesn't wonder the meaning of life, but it has its own conscious way. It responds to light, communicates to other trees through chemical signals, and it tries to grow. So it has a form of awareness, a way of being in this world. And think, for example, a humble rock, let's say. And we can say that it doesn't have consciousness, of course. I mean, it's just a rock. But let's make a thought experiment. Let's say some billion years ago, someone from the cosmic traveler came and saw Earth and said, okay, it's just a rock, nothing. But then this cosmic traveler came after billions of years ago right now and saw that this is not Earth, it's an Earth. It has people, it has animals, it has plants. So it's actually wake up, question, build life. So it has some consciousness also, this rock that we thought that doesn't have any consciousness at all. So the same with dogs or with other animals. So for me, could AI develop its own form of awareness, something completely new and different from us? Perhaps it won't experience sadness. I mean, they cannot experience sadness, or they do not get butterflies in the stomach. Maybe its consciousness, if it exists, is something alien, something digital, and something that we can barely imagine. But just because it's different, it doesn't automatically mean that it's not real. As Harari says, maybe human consciousness isn't the gold standard. It's not the only type that matters. We are already accepted after so many millennia that animals have their inner lives different from ours, and we believe that they deserve care and consideration. Imagine that saying 1,000 years that the animals has awareness. They will say no, it doesn't happen. So as AI becomes more complex and incorporates into our lives, perhaps we need to stretch our understanding of what is life and what is awareness means. We might be witness the dawn of a darling of minds. So it forces us to ask not only can machine things, but also what is truly mean to be aware. So for me the idea is very simple. AI has awareness and will have awareness, not human awareness, not animal awareness, not plant awareness, not rock awareness, but some kind of awareness at some point. One way or another, and one way or another, we will recognize it. It will not happen in 5, it will not happen in 50 years, it will not happen in 100 years, maybe in 150 years, I don't know. But at some point, we will recognize it. And it will be the gates of struggles. I mean, it will be people that thought, no, we should have them as slaves, and the people that know we should have them with some sort of rights and responsibilities. So there will be this fight for a long period. So AI will be granted awareness and consciousness, and it will happen. So the next question is, if they are aware, I don't know in how many years it will happen, what we can say are ethical implications into this one. So the next one is, okay, what is their responsibility and their rights? Turning off an AI means kill somebody. Do we need to start talking about AI rights? And Harari again said, and he's right, he's ahead of the curve, yeah, that we need to help us that we are already dangerous behind in thinking these scenarios. Simply grabbing rights without considering responsibility is a recipe for disaster. For example, imagine having your smartphone that has the right to refuse a call. I mean, or to have your telephone says, okay, you send this message and you are angry, I will not send it. Or something like that. We cannot. Instead of, we need to carefully consider the ethical framework. If AI rights exist, they must be coupled with responsibility and practical implications. So the decision-making process should be transparent and explainable, meaning it should not be black boxes anymore. We should understand why they take this decision. And actually, they must be aligned with human well-being. For example, imagine that I'm an AI car, that I don't have a steering wheel, and I predict in 1 second that we'll have an accident. And I have two choices. Either I will kill my passenger, or I will kill my CPU. Okay, and let's say that I prioritize myself, which is the CPU, instead of the passenger. I mean, we should, it's not just a philosophical question anymore. We should understand what we should actually answer there. So, as a society, we clearly have to discuss, legislate about AI and its possibilities. We should have frameworks, but is it going to happen? No, absolutely no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen any of this. We are not going to legislate, we are not going to give, to say which are these possibilities and why. I will say why, and my prediction is that we will have an AI Hiroshima and Nagasaki moment. And not doomsday, but at this moment we are racing faster and faster. Everybody, its country wants to build the most powerful AI. Its company wants to build the most powerful AI. Everybody is pushing at the accelerator. No one wants to stop. I mean, if the Chinese stop, they will say we will be behind and the USA will be in front. So it's a matter of survival anymore. It's existential. I mean, the Cold War is actually right now happening at our own eyes. It has started and it's about AI. No one wants to stop. So we completely forgotten about brakes, seatbelts, and basic safety rules. So actually we have mentioned before. I mean, think of 1945. Think about Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I mean, it was a powerful atomic power, but only after the cities had destroyed, the humanity really grasped the devastating consequences of technology without control. So today, the AI is the new atomic bomb. We know that it's powerful, we sense that it's dangerous, but we haven't felt the pain of ignoring safety. So what is going to happen? Really, we don't know what is going to happen. It could be an AI-triggered financial meltdown, or something in a power grid fails, or a hospital going dark, or transport networks collapsing, or I don't know, the autonomous weapon acting unpredictable and kill, I don't know, 1,000 people. I don't know. We really don't know what happened. What I know from history is that teaches that clearly powerful technology and without powerful safeguards is nothing. So, do I think that the humanity will be wise? For sure, no. I believe that first something like Hiroshima and Nagasaki in the AI area will happen, and then we will start discussing, oh, yes, we must put some framework, we must put some responsibilities, we must put some safeguards. After this happens, then we will start discussing the real solution. And last, okay, we know all of this. We know that artificial intelligence is going to change everything. But what is happening for us? I mean, what it will change us? I mean, you are most here developers, so the short answer, it will change everything. It is happening right now, you know it. I mean, next year or in 5 years, 90 or 90% of the code will be done by AI. And think that right now, I mean, we are building software like Lego. I mean, for a long time, developers were the expert builders, carefully putting piece by piece together, based themselves on the instructions of software. And so imagine right now you have a super, the best software developer in the world by your side, and he can do anything you want. You can do front-end, back-end design, and whatever you like. I mean, he can instantly design, instantly find the right piece for you, instantly build the entire platform for you. That sounds amazing, right? I mean, we all wanted something like that. But there is a twist. There's 3 things. First, AI needs a good boss, and it's you. Second, AI makes mistakes, and third, the teamwork makes the dream work. So first, that AI needs a boss. I mean, the AI is powerful, but it doesn't always understand what you really want and why you really want it. So it's a huge skill to learn how to give the proper, clear instructions to the right questions and to get the beneficial answers. Second, the AI makes mistakes. I mean, AI isn't perfect. It could be something wonderful, but it could be something that is dangerous, unsafe, unfair, whatever else. And as folks, we should understand, we should become expert in checking AI, expert in controlling AI. So we are, think about it like an excellent editor for a brilliant but sometimes inconsistent writer. The consistent writer is the AI. And the third is that teamwork is more important. We know that actually at the moment it's not one person coding alone everything, it's about collaboration. And at this time, for millennials, we collaborate with people. Although we don't collaborate so with people, imagine what will happen when we start collaborating with different AIs. So I have 10 AIs together and we need to collaborate and we need to perfect team. It's even more difficult, we have to understand it. So that means we have careers that, from my point of view, that coding and software is absolutely essential, but companies will increasingly looking for people that will have also what we call soft skills, but it's not soft skills anymore. For me, it's hard skills. So clear communication, critical thinking, problem solving, responsibility, and all of these things that we categorize as a soft skill. So imagine a job interview, instead of asking you to code or something like that, they will ask you, describe the time that you guided an AI tool to find a better solution. Tell me how this AI collaborates with another AI and solve their conflict, for example, or something like that. Or how you will check if an AI producing fair result. So, in my mind, the bottom line is that the future isn't replacing people who build technology. It's actually people who learn to work with AI effectively. I mean, those who become skilled collaborators are actually the ones that will become more valuable players in shaping our technological future. So, as a conclusion, I know that we are standing at a crossroad. I mean, I'm sure that in 100 years or in 200 years, they will say, look at what happens in 2020, 2019, 2022 actually. So for me, AI is not another tool. Of course, it can be a very powerful tool, but I'm sure it will not stay just a tool. And it will happen very, very fast. I mean, for me, imagine if the internet is in around 2000, imagine that we had 25 years and we are here. Imagine right now in 25 years what the AI will do. I mean, totally different. So it's not a disaster narrative. It's actually reshaping what it means to think, to feel, and perhaps even what it means to be alive. And the future for me belongs to those who wisely guide the AI and collaborate with the AI. So my proposition is, let's choose to lead, and we can provide technology that saves humanity. We can provide also technology that kills humanity. It's up to our hands. I mean, it's our choice. Some people could do, but I think that it's better to build technology that saves humanity. Thank you very much. So, any questions, any remarks? Let's have a little bit of conversation because I don't like also only to talk. What do you think?
I like the apocalyptic vibe.
Yeah.
I was just curious, how many % of humans would be required in your mind to guide AI wisely? I mean, it's not going to be all of them, right?
What do you mean, how many people?
Well, I mean, there's
how many new jobs will create because of AI?
no, like, how many employees does your company have right now?
My company?
Yeah.
My company is very big, it's only me.
Well, or like one of the big ones who has the company.
Okay. It was, for example, Bazaraki, we were around 25, 20 to 25 in Cyprus, and
Wow, that's impressive.
and not only Cyprus, in Cyprus we were around 15, we have around 10 in Greece, and we have some other developers in the other people, but we were very few.
Right. But so, like, imagine a company that has like one CEO and 1,000 employees, and then, like, in the future, you know, you only need one leader to lead the capacity of 1,000 workers. Except it's not going to be 1,000 workers; it's going to be AIs. You know? But then, you know, like, what do you do with other 1,000 people?
This is what is happening right now, not will happen, it's happening right now. I mean, we know that it's like the automation of when we have factories making clothes. Right now, we have machine making clothes, okay? And right now, the AI will actually replace a lot of white collar jobs at the moment. However, I think that at the same time, it will be created new jobs at the same time. I'm sure that we will have a lot of issues with unemployment, and it's actually society that has to solve and has to understand that, for me, that my personal opinion is that the providers of the AI, they must be taxed. We cannot afford people that build technology not to be taxed for the good of the society anymore. But this is actually not a philosophical question, it's actually a political question more at the moment. However, in this question, I think that we have a psychology that is 200 years ago. It's not about political anymore, but we have to upgrade our psychology. It means that what it means to work, what it means to be useful, what it means to be a society, all of these questions, they have to be redefined. Like 200 years ago, when we have the automation in the industries and in the factories, they had to redefine what is society. They didn't have any social security at all. They had a good social security. They didn't have any education. Any education. They have to the state to provide education. So it changed the society. And right now, the society is going to change again. I don't know how and when, but it is going to change again for sure, and very dramatically. So anyone else? Any comments?
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
You were talking before about AI and consciousness.
Yes.
And then on the other side, you were talking about ethics.
Yeah.
And you were referring to AI picking up your post or maybe posting something in your name. Say that OpenAI or Google, Gemini or whatever are the developers of AI, right? And then at some point, say in 10 years, their products are getting conscious.
Mm.
Okay, and now they have to take an ethical decision. Who is responsible in that case?
Yeah.
The one who created the AI or the AI now that has consciousness?
Yeah, this is a very another good question. I think that the answer of Harari is the better answer here, that says that every AI must have some creator, and the creator, a human one, must be the responsible one. And this AI, that's why he said that, I don't know if, and he said the argument, and it's very important and very interesting, that at the moment, if you have a newspaper and in the first page you put something that is fake, you will go to jail. But if you are Mark Zuckerberg and your algorithm picks up a fake post and 100 million people see it, it will happen and nothing. So he said that distinction that is not fair for the society. We should help the people that these companies responsible for the actions of the AI. And also he said something else that is true. I mean, if you want to develop a car, a very simple car, I mean, something that very simple, 6,000, 10,000 euros. You have to have these requirements, and 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 then these requirements for the engine, for the tires, for everything. Okay, and because of these requirements, it is some billions to develop it and some billions to market it. But if you have an AI producer, you can produce right now, today, and then publish it today without any responsibility at all to what will happen. So again, he said that we should help these people that is possible. I believe that his answer is true. Yeah?
For the sake of the discussion, I will use AI to refer to these new large language models, right?
Yeah.
So ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But I think, like, is it really the issue, these new technologies like the large language models, or is it human issue? Because if you recall Cambridge Analytica, which was before the AI, even though that thing was AI, it wasn't large language models, right? Still had a bad influence in the world, in the sense that they could manipulate millions of people to vote for something based on fake news. And the issue there wasn't really the technology, it was basically people not able to distinguish between fake news and true facts, right?
Yeah.
And someone exploited that, and you could argue that the technology was doing the right thing, but it was the human issue that we face all of that consequences. So is it really about AI, and is it the AI the threat, or is it humans not being able to really use these tools ethically?
It's both. I mean, it's like the old argument: you have a knife, you could cut something and you can kill something. Okay, but if you use the knife to kill something, you are responsible for killing. I mean, the same thing with an AI. If, for example, it's an AI that it says to some kids, go and get suicide, and it can happen, we all know. I mean, the people, they must be responsible that this happened. So I believe that these tools got us into new questions, but actually the real question is: are we going to treat them like are we going to treat them that somebody has a responsibility, or treat them like the oligarchs? I mean, the technology oligarch says, okay, I'm the provider of the technology, but I'm agnostic. I can't do anything. You do it whatever you want. And I think the society must go to the other way and say, okay, you provide the technology, but I'm not saying that you must control everything, but at least have some basic safeguards. So imagine having produced a car without safety belts, without brakes, and without, I don't know, some requirements. You could say that is very good technology. Of course, good technology. Put some safety inside it. And I say that, of course, you are a very good technology, the LLMs or the AI, put some safety inside. But I know that no one will do it. I mean, my argument is that it will not happen. No one will put any safety, any safeguard, any requirement, anything. Right now, for the next foreseeable future, I see a cold war between USA and China and in the AI area, and they both want to win whatever it takes, in my mind. So they will not put any safeguards, at least for both. I mean, Europe is irrelevant, and all other are irrelevant in this world. We all know it. I mean, yeah. No, I believe in the European model. I mean, I'm living over here, but in this one, Europe is very far behind. Any other comments about it? No. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.